Hi everyone, it's Cindy with Twisted Truth. How you guys all doing? Let's talk about the supposed other woman. This is Morgan Gentile. She recently spoke with Fox News about the Suzanne Morphew case. She claims this case has broken up her family, forced her to relocate, and is keeping her from finding a place to work. I got treated like the other woman, even though I'm not the other woman. I just happen to be a woman. Boo fucking who. She alleges several people have been accusing her of having an affair with Barry Morphew. Last week, fellow ex-employee Puckett said Barry demanded that he go to Broomfield, take over his room because he had a family emergency. Barry's room reeked of chlorine. There was wet towels all over the room. He left mail behind. And I think he said Barry tried to use him for an alibi. And apparently, Gentile was there too. And the plan was to do a retaining wall, and only her and Barry was supposed to do the job. And then at the end of April, plans got changed and the project got pushed to May 10th. She was shocked when Barry called her up and told her to get a crew ready to do the job, because apparently she thought it was just the two of them. So this is a Gnarly Kessinger alert. Last minute, he changed everything. In fact, he called me that Sunday, Mother's Day. Barry allegedly was really frantic, really didn't sound like himself. I hung up the phone and I thought, he just had the worst night of his life. She agreed to pick up Jeffrey Puckett, her co-worker, and they went to Broomfield to take over Barry's room and do the wall. Barry called her again at 6:10 p.m. Barry said he had been up there all day, getting the job ready for us. He allegedly told her he was leaving. There was a family emergency. He left tools behind at the hotel. But we didn't have the tools that we needed. It looked like Barry emptied out his truck. All kinds of stuff that we didn't need to do a retaining wall. But Barry allegedly asked the crew to finish the job. They allegedly waited at the hotel for further instructions, and Barry called Monday at 8 in the morning. He said, Suzanne has gotten attacked or a mountain lion has got her. He said they were going up the mountain to find his wife. He asked the crew to wait for a delivery of bricks and to finish the job, and then they waited around till Tuesday and the material never arrived. She said Barry's behavior that weekend was strange. He worked at the beach site Friday evening. Saturday, he asked her to clean it up and rake it out because we were going to bring it out to level so it would be beach sand and not muck. The beach site area is a construction site situated off County Road 105. It's where investigators searched for 3 days, and they dug up the concrete and everything. But they didn't find anything, and they were looking for Suzanne. A week prior. He was acting really weird about the beach area. I was like, Barry, what's up? He seemed stressed. He definitely seemed weird on Saturday. She agreed to work the whole day on Saturday, but Barry dismissed her at 11 a.m. He said he had to go make the wife happy and do some hiking or biking. I found out, later that day, that he was in town all day. She heard Barry was out shopping by himself. Barry has denied accusations of affairs. Everybody out there saying, oh, you got a girlfriend, you must be out there having affairs. Where is it? There's nobody. There's never been another love in my life. Gentile corroborated Puckett's observations about the room, saying, we opened the door and the chlorine hit you, and you're my eyes started watering and burning, and the towels were super wet on the floor. And it looked like he had made the bed before he left. I wasn't going to bother Barry with these phone calls because, his wife's missing. And I feel like this is a little problem compared to his big problem. She sounds like a cold-hearted bitch. Anyway, she and Puckett returned to Salida. Suzanne's investigation was underway by then. Two men who were linked to Barry approached her, and they allegedly said, "We would give you your paycheck, but we don't want it to look like hush-hush money. You have rights, but you don't have to give CBI your phone." She says she has cooperated with most of what investigators asked of her, including 5 interviews. She turned over her phone, but declined a polygraph, and it's like, what the fuck? Why? She says it's because I know my rights, and I don't have anything to hide, which sounds really familiar. Where have we heard this lately? She claims Barry texted her days later, "He fired me because I gave up my phone. I wasn't staying quiet, and I was complying with CBI. I feel like if he was innocent," and now she sounds like the jilted ex-girlfriend, "he would have talked to me. I worked with him every day for a long time." Barry Morphew recently spoke about her to Fox. He questioned her character, said she's a meth head. "She's mad at me because I fired her, and I don't let her work for me anymore. She's mad, so they're not going to say anything good about me." Gentile stated, "I'm scared of Barry. I don't want to see him again. I don't want to see him again. Ever again." She sounds like a pissy ex-girlfriend. About Suzanne's disappearance, Barry claims, "I'm innocent, 100% innocent. Social media and the news media has made it seem like I'm the bad guy. I thought the police were making it look like you're the bad guy. Barry, Suzanne Morphew is still missing, and the focus should stay on her. Her brother Andy is still planning the big search in September." Now, Barry Morphew did defend himself last week. He said he loved his wife, and he keeps talking to Fox for some reason, and he's refuting Puckett's version of events. "I did nothing wrong in the hotel. On Mother's Day, Barry was in Broomfield, Colorado at the Holiday Inn. His wife, Suzanne, vanished on Mother's Day when she went for a solo bike ride near her home. Barry was allegedly doing the landscaping job 150 miles away, and their 2 daughters were in Idaho on a camping trip. Last week, Jeff Puckett told the Daily Mail that Barry ordered him to go to Broomfield and left wet towels all over the floor, and the room reeked of chlorine. Barry never contacted him about the job again, but Puckett admits Barry did pay him. Barry had to leave for a family emergency, and Barry told Fox News the job he offered Puckett was a planned job, not a last-minute gig. He said Puckett did 9 years in prison, and he offered him a job and an opportunity. "I rushed home, left all my tools at the hotel. Called all my workers and said, I have a family emergency. You're going to have to figure this out on your own." Morphew also noticed the chlorine smell in his room, but didn't think it was significant. "I'm sure they washed the rooms with that for the COVID," he said. "I don't know, but I smelled it too when I was there." Morphew insists his hotel visit had nothing to do with Suzanne's disappearance. I did nothing wrong at the hotel. There's cameras all over the hotel. I did nothing wrong. I love my wife. I would never hurt my wife. He's starting to sound guilty. She is the light of my life and my daughter's lives. This whole thing is killing us, and that is why I want our privacy. That's it for me, everybody. I'll talk to you later. I hope they find Suzanne soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.